If you have a drinking and pour one for your gun, just raise up your glass, point it to the sky. Make a toast to your fallen friends, legends never die. This one for the fallen fighters. This one for all the fighters. So put your hand up to the sky, the spirits up and fly. Yeah, legends never die. Your hands to the sky, the spirits up and fly. Yeah, legends never die. Come with your friends before they die. Mash up the jam. Celebrate your friends before they die. Mash up the jam. Remember the times we mash up fetch along the place, and all the times that we drink liquor by the case. Fetching don't feel the same without you by the way, 'cause it's like everywhere I look I see your face. I just carry you in my mind when I step out and make a line, jamming girl and taking a wine. Yeah. We used to misbehave and act wild, then we let's go.
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different
We
lane.
gon' spin and kill and we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. Hyrule next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Hyrule next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride, not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run, it's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
It all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
Can you not have an orgasm for that?
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody, and we're telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe, shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in
I'm leaving, I'm going,
Back to the future.
Here I come.
Boom 106.9 gives you 15 minutes of the biggest throwbacks.
I put in a me hat on me head and I going up in a Virginia. Because I love Virginia. The outer skirts and the interior. I don't care if I get lost. I going up in a Virginia. I gonna live in a Virginia. I gonna walk in a Virginia. I gonna wine in a Virginia. In a Virginia. In a Virginia. Up in a Virginia. Up in a Virginia. Up in a Virginia. Ay 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 ay. Up in a Virginia. Up in a Virginia. Up in a Virginia.
I went into a Baptist meeting in the area.
Back to the future.
And no tongue is speaking, everybody listening. Hey the pinter to the mother, hey the mother to the pinter. Sudamara sadamara sedamara pinter. Asudamara sadamara sedamara pinter. Asudamara sadamara sedamara pinter. Asudamara sedamara sudamara sedamara sudamara sedamara sudamara sedamara sudamara sedamara. Hey asudamara sadamara sedamara pinter.
Well, yes, it's Carnival 2000. Max is here, you know. What's it? Yeah, man, the tongue thing, you know. And this time, tongue got brought down. Okay, good. Honestly, Carnival, me a part of this. Hand on me rum, me hand me this. Stick on a girl, but politics. Stuff like this, me no want for this. Everybody on the road, them having fun. We don't want move, we push them down. Trouble when black and hit the tongue. So when they see me, I'm cool, just look out. Bring a flag, tie, up in the sky, toys. Yeah, in a truck, chop. Let me say it again. We have flags, boy, up in the sky. That's them, boy. Shot that boy, behind the truck, in front of the truck. Make we march downtown. Let me see the flag, them. Show me the rock, them. That tongue, 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 tongue. Let me see the flag, them. Show me the flag, them. Back to the future.
How do I know woman them line up? Man, them can hang on them China. How do I know woman them line up? Man, them can hang on them China. How do I know woman them line up? Man, them can hang on them China. How do I know woman them line up? How do I know woman them line up? Man, them can hang on them China. How do I know woman them line up? Man, them can hang on them China. How do I know woman them line up? Man, them can hang on them China. How do I know woman them line up? Man, them can hang on them. Give me a wine for the ground there. Give me a wine and go down there. Give me a wine for the ground there. Give me a wine and go down there. How we go? Na 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 na. Hey, bacana. Na 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 na. Hey, anava. Me woman just left me. Me landlord evict me. Me bank account empty. So now the pressure drive me crazy. Yo, so now me have enough energy and when me want release. And when me hear the music, it me get wild like this. Well, me and me crew, you know, we don't really disturb the peace. We don't care about nobody, not even the police. Na 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 na. Hey, bacana. Na 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 na. Hey, carnival.
Boom 1069 gives you 15 minutes of the biggest throwbacks.
Wonderful day, a beautiful day in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm certain that it is the same across the globe, in different parts of the world. Good morning, wherever you're waking up from this morning. Just hoping that you had a great night last night, and it's a blessed day today, day number 26 in the month of June. Good morning. All you early risers, good morning. All you come. Today's a great day. Oh my God, a day that we've all been waiting for the longest while. Finally, today is the day of salvation. Tomorrow might be too late. Morning. I'm a bit excited, but I have mixed feelings with the excitement. We'll shine a little bit. Morning. Let me see who all we got inside. Quickly. And good morning, and morning. Shortmus is inside. Morning, my brother. George is inside. Buenos dias, SVG. Boy, George is something else, you know. And George is asking, what is the topic for today? George, the topic for today is the fact that you've been in St. Vincent for so long and you ain't come check on we. Yeah, that's the topic for this morning. George, fix it. Alright, good morning, my buddy. Morning. Mary Providence is inside with us. Debbie says, Shady, it was nice meeting you. Good morning.
Man, I met Debbie yesterday.
You're stuttering. Anything else we need to know? So you met Debbie. And Debbie is so excited to share that she met Shady yesterday. Morning, Debbie. Welcome. All right. Good stuff. John Buns is inside. Morning. Money Matthews is inside as well. Welcome aboard. Blessings is inside. Early morning. It's 7 o'clock. Let's go to the top and we jump over inside 7 and we dive in. I see the telephone lines ringing already. I don't even know why. The telephone lines ringing already. But let's go to the top and we come back inside.
Vinci, feel that power. The road is calling.
Oh, let me make some noise right now for my play.
We're talking Rise Soca. The energy that lifts you. The sound that moves the crowd.
Only you alone can put fire back in the soul.
This is Road Ready. Right here. Boomsy Masses Live. Get Road Ready with the undisputed source for the streets. Only on Boom 1069. Don't just hear the Fed. Be the Fed. OMG in the morning. Lighting up SVG.
Yeah. This is how we just do it. Last night wasn't your last night, but today could be your last day. So let me celebrate today. Yeah. Yesterday was yesterday, but tomorrow we don't know. So let me commemorate this date. Yeah, and let me do this one big. Grand style, in fine style. Let me do
inside the session. I me kicking up hard. She put up, she do one. Winding back on the man. You think I give a damn? The man. The day you leave me, the day you leave, I started to see my way. When you hurt me, I went away. What I heard, the day you up and leave us a blessing, a blessing. I'm feeling so blessed, oh yes. When you leave us a blessing, a blessing. Hands up high, winding low, glad you go. Like I never happy before, hands up high, winding low, glad you go. I don't want to know more. Walk on the gate, all of the good you.
Oh yeah, hey, Morales music. Hey, them boy aside man, and I play glad man. You is not the real man, it's just your turn. She soon move to the next one. So when you book a girl, you got to be concerned. You better watch your flex, my yo. You have she in your arms like you're the best lover, but you're not the only one. She's good at pretending. The signal she's sending makes you feel good, but you is a side man, side man, side man, a side man, side man, a side man. Oh yeah, hey, Morales music. Hey, them boy aside man, and I play glad man. You is not the real man, it's just your turn. She soon move to the next one. So when you book a girl, you got to be concerned. You better watch your flex, my yo. You have she in your arms like you're the best lover, but you're not the only one. She's good at pretending. The signal she's sending makes you feel good, but you is a side man, side man, side man, side man, a side man, side man, a side man. You is a side man, side man, a side man.
That's a kind of tune. Hey, that's Morales.
Yeah,
that's
Morales.
Oh my God. Hey, that's like somebody just slapping you with the reality, you know. Slapping you senseless. It's like you're seeing all the red flags, you know. You to yourself, you're seeing the signs, but you're so stupid. You understand? You're so deep, and some people call it love. I think Eve was the one that said love is blind. Ah, jeez, boy. I like it though. Listen, let me see. Rohan Arendelle is inside. I don't think I'm familiar with that name, but welcome, Rohan. Laurel is inside. Good morning, Laurel. Marcus Martin, that sounds like another new one. He's requesting some Ozari. Glenda is inside. Good morning. Velda, oi! Velda say who else Bahamas? Lawrence is inside. Wang Ping. Wang Ping, you chill out. It's like I was beating up on the music. Loud the music, Wang Ping. If you want better music, you go in the music and you produce better music. Loud the music. What's wrong with you? I was beating up on the damn music. Like, seriously. So you going to just sit and pick out all the bad songs on them and criticize them. So Vince, you don't have any good music. So Wang Peng wake up with a mission every single morning to bring down Vinci music. So you haven't heard, we have over 500 songs for Vinci Mas. And we're not even counting the calypsos. And all of them bad. So you haven't. No. Before I play a song that I consider to be good, you give me at least 3 good ones that you've heard for this season. Let me hear how hypocritical you are. Or if it's just wicked, you're wicked. Big up Wang Ping anyway. Don't mind me, I had 2 cups of coffee before coming, so the energy level's kind of up. Anyways. Like I was saying, well, CM comes in at 7:20. Alright? Kenson say he coming to release his song. Anytime you're ready, my brother. Come. Make sure it good because Wang Ping ain't easing up. Make sure your song good. Because Wang Ping would be offloading on you, my buddy. Now, some persons might not have heard us yet, but the meeting of the committee on public accounts, or some might prefer to call it the public accounts committee, that meeting is today. Yeah, that meeting is today. I know. I honestly thought that Darren would have been inside there already. He probably done just already and gone over Parliament waiting. Yeah. I know Darren excited. I know Cammy Matthews excited. I know Augustine excited. Vincy Power excited. Let me see. I know Fitzhuggins excited. Let me see who else. Lester excited. They will be excited. Today's the day. Alright? Now, like I said, I have mixed feelings, alright? For those of you who don't know, who haven't heard, well, there will be. I think off the top of my head, it's the first meeting in about 14, 15 years. The last time they attempted to hold a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. I think it's about 14 years, and that was around during the time of Anim Eustace. Alright? Now, in my view, it is critical for such a quorum. Alright? Critically important. And in, like I said, my view. And it is the opportunity where the presentation, all that is being presented, the sole mission should be to lend itself to, I would want to say, transparency, and you would want to give, hopefully we achieve a meaningful sense of accountability in regards to the way public funds or our money, the way in which our monies have been spent over the past years. I know we are late and we're playing catch up right now because today it's the spendings of or the audit report of 2021 is what will be deliberated on. All right, with hopes of 2022 being done sometime soon. All right, now, like I said, is a one. I'm excited. I am very elated, happy, and I am anxious as well. Taken over by anxiety and all. That today, finally, we're getting that day. Finally, we will hear all that happened or didn't happen. We would hear or get the opportunity to hear. Hopefully, we hear. I mean, we've shared some of it. But that is only a fraction of all that will come out. That's only a fraction. All right? As disturbing as the information that we've shared so far might be, my thing is, the then what? The then what is my concern. That is why I said I am excited, yes, but I'm still iffy about it. You see, the then what, when it comes to the NDP, that is what bothers me most. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't beating up. I know some people gonna vex, and that's alright. Some people will be upset, but you see, we go through all of this. We've been waiting for this for so long. Finally, we will have the opportunity. You see, after all that transpires today, following today, the then what for me is what matters most, and that is what scares me most when it comes to the NDP. Then what? What if all that we hear points to misbehavior in public office, for example, points to corruption on the part of the government? Then what? That scares me the most. I ain't gonna lie. Then what? Do we? I mean, maybe council might be able to chime in a little bit on it. I mean, what is there according to the law that can be done, that can follow in terms of actions? What we move a motion of no confidence against the government, and then that takes how long? Do we wait until the government dances around for a bit and avoid dealing with the real issues? They would pussyfoot around it until whenever elections just around the corner. Is it gonna be just a 9-day stop? All the findings that will come out. Then what? My concern. What are your views on it? Hit me up and let me know. You excited? Not excited? Holding your breath? Not holding your breath? Somebody been calling from since. Oh my God. Good morning. Okay, not that one. This one. Hamo, good morning.
Greetings, my brother. Love you very much.
Jesus.
Because let me tell you again. Come see me. Fugi,
I'm not coming to see you.
Go WhatsApp. What I'm saying, I make it my business to go on every radio station to defend you and your children and your mother and your father.
No, you don't. Stop your stupidness. You don't.
I said
you don't.
The station that allow me to speak because they come
you don't defend me and my children. Stop your foolishness. You don't.
Defending you.
When I am not here, you don't run me down behind my back.
Let me just say we're calling. Two things.
Yes,
one.
Go ahead.
I love the Constitution. The Constitution is wide how we live. We don't live at a meeting of the public relations of any public accounts committee. That is not how it is. It must confine with section 70, 75, and 76 of the Constitution. And they are supposed to be independent people. They are supposed to be procedure because what is the policy is to make sure that when the Auditor General, the Accountant General, the Ministry of Finance, and the people in the ministry give figures, that these figures can be verified because it is our taxpayers' money. When you don't have that, you can't bypass section 70. That is clear that the Auditor General, the Accountant General, just 4 days before the financial, the end of the financial year, submit a statement to the Parliament so they could review it. And that section 75, 76 is clear that the Public Accounts Committee, an independent committee that also involves some of the Accountant General, a lot of the parliamentarians and so on, that they must go through and make sure that the figures that were given is correct. You don't have a meeting. We never had a public...
So you're saying that was not done?
Wasn't done, and I have said nobody has said it more than me.
Is it that they didn't say whether or not it was done? How do we know
that
it wasn't done?
They tell it right. Even if it was done, try and follow me now, man. This is not a crazy man. This is a sensible man. I'm more valuable than any other NDP. I am saying.
Fool me.
Yes, let me say this. Even if they do it, it has to align with the Constitution or it is fraud. Ask my lawyer.
It isn't.
Ask Philip Fredericks. Well, he's dead. Because he was very clear that what we had. And I'm saying, hey, St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, under Milton Cato, under Joshua, under Milton Cato, under Annie Eustace and James Mitchell. James Mitchell and then Annie Eustace for the 6 months. We follow that procedure. It is in St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica to protect. Because, let me say this, $95 million missing from, can you imagine, Fugi? $95 million, Mr. Gonsalve, are you people for real? Missing on a couple
We ain't going through it this morning. We went through it already.
I'm saying, one last thing.
Are you excited or are you what?
Excited.
Okay.
I am already excited until criminal charges are brought against the NDP and the ULP for 25 years violating that and calling figures that are fraudulent. They need to go to jail. One last thing. I want you to help me before Ben come back. all last month. God bless you.
You might have to wait until Bing come to help you.
Well, okay, because I here to hold up your time. I here to educate these ignorant public. That is why I want to say to you, I want you to go at that document coming out and saying a poll was done to show 62% of the Vincentian people want citizens. From my assessment, I could also give you the document, 80%, but 62% want citizens by investment program. Why the hell is going to have that? This is not a plantation.
That's not for today, Hamo. We don't
I know it's not for today, but obviously we have to say basically that you're not giving the people
this morning.
My brother, you have to understand that God service grew up and we have to get him out. We have to get him out till hell today.
Okay, alright. Did you just hang up on me, Hamo? Hey, Sian is coming up in just a little bit. Let's do this. And we come right back. Alright, give it locked inside. OMG on a Thursday morning. Sian, you might want to go ahead and call if you're there already, because I had to speak to him about eating into Sian's time. Alright, Hamo, thou shalt not be eating into Sian's time on mornings. Alright, we need to fix that. Sian, my brother. Can't be that. I guess let's play. I will play the track in the meantime. Yeah. Let me see. Go ahead, Shady. I'm not saying Sian. Let me hit him up on WhatsApp and make sure that he is awake. It's nothing more than the figure going come to him with the Public Accounts Committee and the audit report, and he haven't had a chance to go through the audit report as yet, according to him. Alright, but Sian, we're waiting, my brother. Let's go.
Hit it again. He who is without sin and can't see for stone. Don't judge me, alright? Was invited to a few sit down in Annisville from a lady that I like, naturally. The pastor and the right, prepping for praise. And this bishop high like kite, shop look for days. Every time the pastor preach him wrong, bishop start to down. Every time the pastor sing him song, bishop start to down. Why the hell you're disturbing this man? Bishop start to down. Before I could blink up a see a slam, fighting start kick off. What I'm seeing here, the pastor choking the bishop. They fighting for real, the pastor choking the bishop. The deacon fling him jail, the pastor choking the bishop.
Sian is late, and that's the tune that you played, Shady.
You know.
Sian.
Good morning, Fugi.
Hit the nail on the head, right?
Good morning. Good morning, Shady.
Morning. Welcome, my brother.
I've said this, right? I've said this, Fugi. That song from Ozari is one of the most crafty songs I've heard in a very long time.
Oh, my God.
I saw him perform it, and I was so disappointed because I thought it is one of the best written, most crafty songs. We all know what he's talking about, but yet nobody knows what he's talking about. If you understand what I'm saying?
Of course, I get you.
The melody is sweet. It is groovy. You're just laughing. And, I really thought that song, it will go on for a while. It will go on for a while because it's a really well-written song. Ozari can sing. I love storyline music. Hence, I love Fireman. I love Ozari. Beckett, whenever you listen to their songs, even if it's 4 lines, they get a story. Well, we're going to talk about 4 this morning.
Right. Yeah.
My contribution this morning is to encourage people to support the semi-finals on Sunday.
All right. Lovely.
the Calypso has long been regarded as the conscience of the nation, the voice of the people. So the Calypsonians are able to take what is current on the ground and bring that over in a musical way using satire and other craft. Now, I can tell you that when you listen to somebody soca and so on now, listen, they're rubbish. You listen to some of the calypsos right now, they're rubbish. The craft, a lot of people, too many people rather, spend too little time really working on the craft. And so some of the songs are just lewd, they're explicit, you know, there's nothing hidden. Children can't listen to it. And I mean, it's so suggestive. Look, but think about Posa, Go Right Up In There. I mean, that song ain't dead, and that song is nearly 100 years old. You know? And we understand what Posa was saying. All of us, at the time, as a little boy, absolutely not. But I'm sure the adults kind of got the suggestion that Posa was making. Just recently, I was listening to a song from Beckett, and I thought to myself, boy, that song, I'm not even sure if you could play that song now. Because, boss, you know the song, I don't want to, I can't sing it out. You understand? I mean, that will be branded as absolutely straightforward homophobic right now.
It is.
Stop. Full stop. You know? Because, you know, back then, it was okay. You know, the society had not evolved, for want of a better word. Some people don't think it's evolution, but regardless to what your personal opinions are, society has gotten to a certain stage, and certain things are now frowned upon, and certain things are more acceptable. You know, but the tradition of calypso is one that the society came from within us and goes back to slavery. You know what I mean? Where we sang our troubles, and that tradition continues today. I've heard some really good calypsos this year, and I am looking forward. It's actually my favorite part of Carnival, calypso. So I like the semi-finals. I like the finals. Back in the day, when you had calypso finals night, Park used to ram. The last couple of finals I've gone to, I could probably come to Dublin Park. You know. But this Sunday, it is the Calypso semi-finals, and I'm encouraging individuals, the Calypso lovers, to go out and support the craft, support the Calypsonians. You may have your favorite, support your favorite.
Keep the politics out.
Well, the thing is,
just enjoy the Calypso.
No, you can't. You can't keep the politics out. because politics, because Calypso is both social and political commentary. But the thing is,
just take it for what it is.
That's the point. That is
just
the point.
Take it for what it is.
What it is.
Yeah.
So that song nice and groovy. I may not agree with the content, but I'm not with the song.
So you think? So in other words, there's still plenty gravy left on the train.
Well, you see, the thing about it is this, right? The thing about it is this, and I'm glad you raised that. The thing about it is this. Never before in the history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines have the gravy been spread so far and wide. It's like, God, everybody get gravy on the food.
Everybody is it.
So the point about it is that I realize that what happened with my dad clearly is vegetarian. So if you don't want the chicken sauce, don't blame me. Don't blame. You ain't coming up with your plate. You ain't coming. The gravy is there. Come, my dad. You next in line.
So that is the issue. The gravy is there. It's just we not bringing the plate.
Listen, the gravy is there, and everybody getting it. What me? When you look at the students in Taiwan, but you look at the students. We have 100-something students in Taiwan. No rational, honest person can tell me when I look at the students in Taiwan, it's only Labour Party supporters, children in Taiwan.
Of course not.
Okay, when you look at the houses distributed out in North Windward, the 100-something houses, you can't tell me it's only Labour supporters that the house repaired, and only as a matter of fact, Fugi, both things can't be true at the same time.
Which one?
Because on the one hand, you have NDP supporters saying only Labour Party supporters getting thing and it's gravy train and you have to buy a party card. And on the other hand, you're hearing ULP supporters saying, I ain't going to vote, I'm staying home because we vote for the government, but like NDP supporters benefited more than we.
But when it comes to but should there even be such a conversation? I mean, when it comes to the public, the use of public funds, it should be equally and fairly disposed.
And I absolutely agree with you.
You understand? But we know that is not the case. I am not saying no, but it has not been the case before, and it might not be the case in the future. It shouldn't be.
You know. That's why I love you. That's why I love you. But here's the thing, Fugi. Here's the thing, and I speak to my comrades all along. But in terms of fairness and equity and distribution, it is way better than it ever was in the history of this country. And here's the thing, because what a lot of ULP supporters, especially those who came over from Labour, argue is that, listen, we were under a repressive, victimizing regime where parliamentarians would stop at the road and take with shovel and take with wheelbarrow from ordinary workers. Right? I am telling you.
You really going there?
Fugi, anybody listening to me from Chateaubriand will tell you that both my parents were victimized by the NDP throughout the tenure of the NDP.
But
right?
it's not...
No, here's the point I'm making. Here's the point I'm making. So, my mother was a town clerk. They came one day, tell her don't come back the next day. My father was a tradesman. Anytime there was a work for government, he would spend a day at most on the job. By the end of the day, somebody will tell them, oh, Talo depend the work. The next day, they come in to move Talo off the work. Right?
That's unfortunate.
No. And that was the experience of too many Vincentians.
But what I'm saying, the point I was gonna interject with, have you seen the video that was on social media with the next candidate for the ULP for South Leeward, where he went and remove or take back materials that was given to someone for the repairs that was done?
I have not seen it, but I've heard about an incident. I've not seen it. Okay. I can tell you that. But
so what about that?
I've heard other people talk about. So let me develop the point I'm making, and let me develop what I'm making, right? So I'm saying, so imagine people who supported the ULP, and for 17 years they suffered such grave victimization and repression and so forth, and then eventually their party wins, and you have people who campaign against the party, campaign against the policies of the party, and they think their thing is, well, boy, my party win now, I'm supposed to benefit. It's supposed to be my time now to at least get something, but then they're feeling that, but I still ain't getting nothing. But my neighbors who always supported NDP and campaign against the policy of the party, they're doing well. Their child apply for Taiwan, my child apply for Taiwan, their child gone, mine ain't gone. You know, my child is home, how long apply for police, I can't get the police, but their child get the police.
But it shouldn't be based on merit versus party card.
No, but here's the point I'm making. I'm talking about the perception, and I'm saying both can't be true. So what I explained to you is the point of view of somebody who may be ULP having these complaints, while at the same time you hear from the supporters of the NDP, but it's only ULP getting work, it's only ULP getting this, and I'm saying both can't be true. What I can say,
but is it fair? Is it equal where it's like maybe 100 to 1 or 200 to 2? Is that fair?
No, and it's nowhere close to that. If you look anywhere, bro, when it comes to the use of public funds, when it comes to the administration of this government, listen, the equity is there, the fairness is there. The easiest thing for people to claim is victimization. But you have people who I know, they don't do their work properly, they didn't market every day, whole day, and so on. They lose their job and then it's victimization because they vocal for the NDP and they figure, well, they could always say it's victimization, but it's not.
We can agree on that one.
Right. So I think there's a lot more equity that exists than ever before in the country, and it will continue to improve. But the thing about it,
it will improve definitely for sure. In a few months. In a few months.
Well, I have to know. I mean, as I said, it's improving steadily. And when Vincentians return the ULP, the things will continue to deepen and strengthen and get better. But the calypso, so we're talking about the calypsos, and they express, generally speaking, what is on the ground, what is the voice, what are the thoughts and the expressions of the people that is expressed in song, and people enjoy that. I wish more calypsonians would go back to really paying attention to the craft, though, using the satire, because there's nothing wrong with. There's a gentleman. I'm not sure if he made it to his semis because I really didn't follow up the list. But he came on stage in the prelims in his tights and so on, and that was a crowd hit. A serious crowd pleaser. Too rude, exactly.
Hey, but I have one. I need your feedback on one. All right, I need your response on one. Seeing that you shared a bit of disappointment in terms of some of the content that we've been hearing. Shady, give me that one a little bit. Give me what's your take on this one?
Ladies, where you going? You're not supposed to live on foot. No. You're not supposed to dare ride. All right, come ride my big black car, my big black car. Come on and ride my big black car, my big black car.
All right. You know that one?
That is the second time I'm hearing it. And on both occasions, you're the one playing it. You and Shady. So clearly, you guys are in love with this song.
I like no. But I said that I like this song. We're not asking. I'm not asking you about whether or not we like it or who played it. What is your feedback on it? You know the song.
As I said, I heard it once.
Okay, this is Candyman. This is the PM's press officer, right? This is his song. What's your take on it? Give me your honest feedback on it.
Well, here's the thing, right? Fugi, Candyman is a he has a particular office, but I know he's also been a comedian and a personality. He has sung songs before. And he put out this song, whether it's intended for comedy, for humor, for satire, I am not sure. I guess I could probably say from anybody else, I'd go cool, nice, I laugh. But I personally wouldn't sing that song.
You mean in that capacity as the
in my capacity as PM press secretary.
Why you think it's distasteful? It's sending the wrong message from that office?
You know when I come on every morning, what I do? I would rather sing a song promoting the policies of the government. I would rather sing a song encouraging Vincentians to support the government. He chose to go raga soca and so on, and that's his choice. I would have chose something singing about the education revolution.
I'm not talking about the genre. I'm talking about the content.
No, that's the topic I'm telling you about. I would sing something less for entertainment and more for information and education.
So you sing a calypso then?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always wanted to write a calypso. And that's why I talking about calypso this morning. I would have penned a nice calypso.
So in other words, it is distasteful coming from the office.
That's your word.
What are your words?
I would have.
Stop picking your words. What are your words?
Fugi, I would have started calypso promoting the
See, and I asked you that what you would have done. I'm asking you.
By telling you
critique this particular song. I'm not asking you what you would have done. I'm talking about this particular song. Critique this song. I love this song. It is humorous for me. I like the twist on the words.
I ain't critique a soul song this morning.
But I'm asking you to critique.
But you're bringing me.
You are capable. I only ask you because I know you're capable. You're capable of
Fugi, listen to me. You hear me, Fugi? As press secretary, and I'm not press secretary right now. I do not speak officially on behalf of the government.
Right.
I'm a member of the party, I support the policies of the party in government, which is the ULP. And when I come here in the morning, I speak that way.
Right.
And so even if I were to do a calypso, that would be my trend. I would sing a calypso that would promote the policies, the achievements of the party in government, because I believe people need to be reminded of that in all formats. The press officer chose to sing that song.
What do you think about the song? But you're saying you wouldn't have sang that song. What is wrong with the song?
Note I told you that anybody else, I would have liked. I like the song. I like the song. Anybody say, "Ah, that's cool."
So why ain't you sing the song if you like this song? What's wrong with it? That's all I want to get.
Because I am saying to you, I'm not saying anything is wrong or right or whatever. I am saying to you that in terms of what I would have done, or what I would have encouraged him to do is, man, you have the skills to write a song, write somebody Education Revolution, man, write somebody Bridge kind of man. I mean,
what the boring, see, and the boring. Nobody want to hear what. Don't want to hear about riding in car.
You don't want to hear about it. You don't want to hear about it, and you don't want to hear about it. But I still think there's room for it.
You hear that part of the song? My big black car.
No. I was wondering why you were playing that, because I have a 7-seater, a black 7-seater.
Right.
Which one will you mean? I don't be right. It's fine, but there's nobody in my 7-seater.
All right, everybody.
Have a good one.
All right, take it easy. All the best. All right. Let's go pay some bills and we come right back. Kongsa comes in at 7:45.
It was a long before.
Money Matters on Boom 106.9 FM. Brought to you by KCC. Boom 106.9, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no money back calling me splurge. Let me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling now. Bend that over, let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 106.9.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 106.9.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. Pyroon next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Pyroon next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
All started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. 85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
Plain talk. Plain talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All you talk now.
On OMG.
And it's that time of the morning when Council Jomo Thomas joins us. Council, good morning.
Good morning to you, Fugi.
Welcome.
Good morning, Shady. Most of all, good morning to your listeners. Just a little speculation this morning, Fugi. Is Prime Minister Gonzalez in good health?
Your guess is as good as mine. You know, yesterday it dawned on me that since the opposition announced that the meeting of the Public Accounts Committee would be held, I don't know if it's a mere coincidence, but I haven't seen him since. That's probably the devil that chipped in there and in my chain of
I'm not so sure that both of them have connection to each other. But you may recall when the Prime Minister left, I think it was announced that he left and went to England. And he was in England. He was out for about a week or a little over a week. And we did not hear anything about him. Normally, even when he's abroad, depending on what is happening, he may call in to speak to one issue or the other, sometimes on different media outlets. But I was kind of taken aback by the fact that he did not call in. And then I think last week there was an event at the Prime Minister's residence for, I think they were honoring retired public servants. And that my information is that he did not speak then. And then you know that he is the Minister of Higher Education in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and at the community college event, he did not speak. School children say when it was announced that he was not going to speak, that the students, graduating students, parents, there was a distinctive applaud that the Prime Minister was not going to speak. And you know, there's a lot of indication of where the country is going, particularly in election year, when school children start to tell you what they're seeing and hearing their parents say.
Someone just shared, Darren just shared that the PM was on NBC yesterday for 2 hours.
Yes, I know I know he was on yesterday. I was coming to that. He was on. Darren is on the ball. He was on yesterday. I don't think he normally in that program he's there for an extensive period. I'm not so sure how long he was on for yesterday. And there was a picture of him walking with a cane. I'm not sure if anyone saw that. I mean, I'm not. The PM would be 79 on August 8th. So this is a man who's of advanced age. This is a man who carries around a lot of pounds. So biology in time would take its toll. You know, you can't carry that amount of pounds for so long and expect that it wouldn't have a toll on your hip, on your knees, on your ankles. And then at age 79, that being an advanced age, your body is clearly in decline. And if anyone pays close attention to the PM in the ways in which I try to pay attention, you would find that he's evidently not as sharp. Maybe none of us would be as sharp as we were 15, 20 years ago. There are gaps in what he presents. I say all of that to say we are on the home stretch to elections now, and we can be certain, well, if we go from all of the previous elections, you know that the Prime Minister careens from one location to the next, one meeting to the next, as if he's in the Indy 500, or he's one of those guys doing the Formula One. You know, he speeds from 3-4 meetings per night. If he's having difficulties, if he's having medical problems, that may slow him down immensely, and that could seriously hamper his party, because they would not have his presence in the ways in which they have had it in the past. Now, at 79, the Prime Minister, I don't know if there's any other Prime Minister in CARICOM who would have led his party and is at the head of the government at the Prime Minister's age. Well, in the old days, people never used to live as long, so people like Eric Williams and some of the others died relatively young. If they were living in this period or come of age later, they probably would have lived longer. But Compton and
Well, yeah, Compton crossed my mind.
Excuse me?
No, I said Compton crossed my mind.
Yeah. Compton might have, because remember Compton had stepped away and come back.
And he came back.
Yeah. So I think when he died, he might have been late 70s or even early 80s. Because remember, he died in office. Manley, Bonham, Tom Adams, all of them. Manning stepped away, Rowley stepped away, but none of them had been at the age that our Prime Minister is. And I don't know, it may be a sign of the time, it may be a changing of the guard. And in a sense, whether he chooses to step away or biology take its course, it may be a blessing in disguise, not only for the country, but for his party. In the sense that having left such a large footstep, having been in power for so long, an entire generation, I've said before, if you are about 40 now, any Vincentian who is about 40, the only leader of this country they may remember is Prime Minister Gonzalez. That's a huge, huge print on the nation. And you can think, for example, of the ways in which his departure from the political scene may cause a sea change in the way in which things are done. So, for example, when you are in a situation of dominance, in a situation of power for a long time, there are few persons who may want to come up against the Colossus. There are few persons who would want to come up to challenge you in any serious way. I'll offer this to you. It is true that all of the ULP politicians elected, and even some high officials who are not elected, went along with the vaccine mandate that caused serious difficulties for public workers, for Vincentian generally, and continue to do that. I doubt, in light of what happened across the region, if Prime Minister Gonzalez had not been in the government, and even if the Labour Party had been in there, for example, assuming, let's say, Camilo or Soboto had been in there, they probably might have followed the lead from some of the other prime ministers across the region, and may not, I feel strongly that they may not have imposed a vaccine mandate. I think the vaccine mandate was propelled mainly by the force and influence of Prime Minister Gonzalez. Had he not been there after the crushing defeat of the mandate at first instance, based on a decision by Justice Esco Henry, it is highly probable that a government without his dominance, without him at the helm, may have left it at that, bearing in mind that SVG was the only country in the region that imposed the vaccine mandate. I know this is all speculation, but I am speaking here of the force and the power of the individual to fill up the room and dominate. I tell you, you would go into a discussion with Prime Minister Gonzalez, and the unfortunate thing is that he would lead the discussion and he would speak for a very long period of time, and he completely sets the parameters of what the discussion is going to be. And no one dares, or few people would dare to come and challenge any of that. I give an example. I remember as a young activist, I had gone to meetings in Grenada, like during the Grenada Revolution, every August, progressive groups from across the region would meet and they would have like bilaterals. So I remember sometimes we had bilaterals with Maurice Bishop, Bernard Code, Trevor Monroe, some of those other leaders from across the region. And the style was markedly different in that you would go into a meeting and Maurice or Bernard would listen to you first, try to canvass what other people have to say, because they know the force of their voice. They know the force of their influence and knowledge. So they would canvass everyone first. Then, when they intervene, they would synthesize what everyone say. And they have a shade with this person or a shade with that person, and then present their ideas. So, I think that part of the problem that we have in St. Vincent is that because he's such a colossus and because he has been an overwhelming and in some cases overbearing on the ears, it may be a good thing. Not maybe, it will be a good thing when he is no longer that dominant figure in St. Vincent. So I talk about that from the ULP side, and I give it this now from the NDP side. A lot of people, and from the populace generally, a lot of people have set their markers in terms of what good politicking should be, based on the Prime Minister Gonzalez mold, his model. So you have to be in your face, rambunctious, almost wild, almost reckless, if you're going to be. So for example, a lot of people say, look, this given leader or that given leader, Mr. Eustace was too soft, Mr. Friday is too soft. Maybe you need somebody who is more in your face. But leadership is not about noise. Leadership is about reason. Leadership is about making sense that connects with people. Because you may speak a lot, but you may be alienated from the vast majority of people, as we saw when if this statement holds up, that when there was the announcement at the community college graduation that PM was not going to speak, the young people there thought, well, what a blessing this would be, that don't have to sit through an extended period of conversation with the Prime Minister. So I don't know if I know, and I was going to mention the fact that he was on Johnny P, and then I think Johnny P had to leave, and Donnie Collins fit in for the rest of the program. So Darren, is not that I don't know of it, but his absence from what he may perceive to be major events, or what everyone may perceive to be major events, tells us that he may not be in the best state physically. And I think, well, for one, that wouldn't augur well for the ULP in a campaign year. But it may well be a good thing for the nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm just musing here this morning, but that's my take, Fugi.
But if you know the absence, from public events, as important as those ones that he missed, because he also missed Parliament on Monday, Tuesday. I mean, if it is because of ailing health, I personally would want to go ahead and wish him a speedy recovery. I won't want it for us to leave the discussion in the minds of anyone that we were like making a mockery or going in.
No, but I don't think that anybody could take what I said as a mockery.
No. The way how some people bring parties and politics into everything.
Okay,
I understand fully well where you're coming from, but I'm thinking it's the responsible thing for
I mean, if the Prime Minister is ailing, me least of all would not want him to suffer and suffer badly. But it may well mean, and this is why I talked about biology earlier, it may well mean that time has come for him to put down the load which he has been carrying, because ever since 2014, he was, well, for one, he said he wanted 2 terms when he got in 2001, and now he's going for a 6th. And he has been saying since 2014 that he's laying the foundation for a new generation of leaders. And I think that people would agree, they may disagree politically with them, but they may agree that in the ULP, that Camilo Gonzalez and Soboto Caesar recommends themselves as leaders of the party, high officials in that party who can emerge and lead the country. I've always argued, for example, that Prime Minister Gonzalez should have long stepped away and let either Camilo or Soboto into the breach and have them succeed or fail, but learn politics in a leadership position. So I'm not here asking that he collapses and dies, or that he lives in perpetual pain. That's not what I'm here talking about. I'm talking about the reality of somebody who was energetic and vigorous and always in the public space. And there are distinct evidence in recent times that he has missed events that ordinarily he would not have missed.
Okay. All right, thank you, Council. Until
we meet again, my brother.
Okay, let's go do this and we come right back inside 8 o'clock.
Vinci, feel that power. The road is calling.
Oh, let me make some noise right now for my play.
We're talking Rise Soca. The that lifts you, the sound that moves the crowd.
Only you alone can put fire back in the soul.
This is Road Ready. Get every Fed update, every essential track, every vibe you need for the Bacchanal right here. Boomsy Masses Live. Get Road Ready with the undisputed source for the streets. Only on Boom 106.9.
Let's go!
The Fet. OMG in the morning, lighting up SVG on Boom 106.9.
Yeah. So my name is Kitty B. Saturday the 1st of February. It's 5:37 a.m. 2025. This is for you.
5 days of the week I'm working. I'm going so hard, yet I'm still not certain. Is it worth the time? Should I even still try? Please let me know. Yeah, cause I'm breaking down while I live on the road. Depression and I have another episode. All that's on my mind, just show me a sign and let we go. Yeah, come round the be wide again and have a good time again. Last year we did on the road, that tumble down, let's match rise again. As I see you, and I know that you see me too. Yeah, so let me know what you're looking to do. And let we go, cause 5 days of the week I'm working. I'm going so hard, yet I'm still not certain. Is it worth the time? Should I even still try? Please let me know.
Cause you man whining in tongue, and no time to sit down and frown. When they come to party and drink a rum, all you give me the crown. Could I be underground? Party already found. Don't hurt your head, boy, just follow the song. Yeah, I like to play nice, so let we go. Like to see the masqueraders. It's strictly jamming, jamming. Every girl we meet, we bargain. Pull a girl and just went till morning. Pull a girl and just went till morning. Cause you man whining though, girl them whining though. I have plenty room, let me take it home. Having plenty fun, drinking by the rungs. Fully. She want me to jiggle, she want me to suck, she swallow. Anything you say I follow, walk your and put on a show. How you want it fast and slow, from it up to...
Yeah, we have a bit that we can going on so far for the morning. We have about 5 minutes. Should be making a short break. We should be having lanes inside. Alright, so we could chit chat for about 5 or so minutes. We feature lanes and then we go back inside and we before we switch it up, because I have one more that I would like to go in on before we end it off today. Alright, so let's open up the lines quickly, give you a few minutes. We have about 5 minutes. Probably we can facilitate 2 callers. Who wanna go in? Let me know. Quickly. 4511069 or 4551069. Public Accounts Committee meeting today. As far as I know, it will not be open to the public. That's the information that I have. It will not be a free for all. So, yeah, just want to put that out there. But I guess we will await and see the outcome by the end of the day. Good morning.
Morning, buddy.
Morning. Welcome, my brother. What's
up? I have to call Ollie because I'm on my way to court for a case management. So.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So 9 o'clock, I would be out.
Okay. No
problem. So the thing is that I listened to Sian this morning and I smiled.
Which part?
Because the entire thing, because of what Sian came with this morning. Now, when Sian come to talk about Calypso, and Sian could tell her that Calypso is the pulse of the people, and it come out of the people, and it gives a reflection of what the people think. But Sian should remember that his government is the only government in St. Vincent, as bad as Cato was. His government is the only government that literally come here and ban Calypso. They have people banning Calypsos. As a matter of fact, you have ministers, prime ministers, ministers of transport and works and all of these type of people telling you we could play and we can't play, and who they're going to sue and who they can't sue. Yeah, so when Sian come and talk these things, I have to smile because I'm wondering if Sian is living in the same country that I'm living in.
Well,
and
it is what it is.
And it is interesting that Sian came on this morning and had nothing to say about the Public Accounts Committee meeting today. Nothing.
I thought there's where you were going to start.
Nothing. No, me will pull in and start there, man. I have to show you off a little bit.
Hey, that one caught me by surprise.
Nothing.
But look, Darren came on the live and said nothing.
Nothing at all.
I mean, I thought today tongue might have been shut down. I mean, it would have been all kind of fanfare.
I was looking for Darren and Sian and Augustine, all of them, Kami, all of them to be up and down in arms.
Wow.
And going.
Oh my, and nothing. Jeez. Hello. Seems like you drop out there, bro. Alright, I guess he'll call back. Anyone else who wanna get inside? Missed that one, no problem. Over there on the WhatsApp, who's over there on the WhatsApp? Call me, let's go. Let me see how much time we have. About another 3 minutes. Let me take this one quickly. Alright, I got it. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, my brother?
Well, I ain't hear you talking.
Doug, your signal dropping.
Who drop out? Who chaired the Public Account Committee meeting?
Who's chairing it?
I thought it's the opposition.
Well, as far as I know, isn't it the leader of the opposition?
Yeah. Well,
you heard differently.
Somebody tell me the Speaker of the House chaired the meeting.
Women sharing. What is being presented to her, and then they go ahead and they deliberate. I don't know.
Oh, that's how it goes?
I'm guessing it would be done in Parliament, so I'm guessing that she would have some say.
Okay.
I never experienced one, so it's all new. It's like wait and see for me.
Wait and see for me too.
Yes, wait and see.
Anyway, this is what I want to say. The people.
But make it short, please, eh?
Yeah, the people who support the Unity Labour Party, they keep telling you only one person could run St. Vincent. So Ralph Gonsalves is never gonna die. He's never gonna get too sick. He resting for election. Have a good day.
All right then, my buddy. All right then. One more. Now when we come back, all right, Shady, pay some bills and we come back. We gotta pay the bills. Hopefully when we resume from the ad break, Lanes will be inside, we have that discussion, and then we go back to the calls, we go back to our side of the discussion. Alright, so hold on the calls.
We have Mr. Weeks to finish that.
Oh yeah, and 8:30. Yeah. Alright, so Lanes, Mr. Weeks, and then us. Fair enough? Let's go. Pay the bills and we'll come back.
Do you spin a dial to make a...
Let's go! Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no one that back calling me splurge. Why me jump right off the curb?
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling all. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft, learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. Hyrule next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Hyrule next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I am back on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
all started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. "85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, channel 112. It's all about you.
The sound setter of radio.
Young got no one that back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we're telling all. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep you.
Yeah, how the rhythm going? That's the part of the rhythm I like, you know. Yeah, the part I win. Don't waste no time, just start to when you have the best. No waste man can go down in on you. No matter how you expect, you can't get back you. No man can give try chicken and get you. You plan your back, you have cleanest clean. I know stop back till I get this. Between me and you have to share it. And if you leave me, make sure you leave me.
Hey, just to let you know that lanes they have rescheduled, all right? So we have a few minutes before Mr. Weeks join us at 8:30. All right, let's make use of them. We got a few minutes. All right.
Yeah, how the rhythm going? That's the part of the rhythm I like, you know. Yeah, the part I going. Don't waste no time, just start to when you have the best. No waste man can't go down in on you. No matter how you expect, it can't get back you. No man can give you fresh chicken and get you. Can't bend your back, you have the cleanest clan. I know stop back till I get this. Between me and your man, you have to share it. And if you leave me, make sure you leave me.
For those of you still interested in getting in, hit me up now. 451-1069, 455-1069. Angela, Lego me hand. Angela, Lego me hand. Alright, so let's go. Whether you want to go in on the meeting of the Public Accounts Committee, that's today, not too sure, I'm thinking maybe 9ish, from 9 o'clock this morning. It is not open to the public. Alright, the deliberations will be done behind closed doors. It's not open to the public. Alright. Okay, somebody trying to get inside here. Let me take this one. Turn it up. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Fugi.
Morning, welcome.
Good morning, Shady.
Shady is...
Yeah. Okay. I am not going to engage in the political or anything otherwise this morning. I just felt compelled to call you guys and big you guys up for the wonderful job that you guys are doing in the morning.
Man, we appreciate it.
Bringing the issues to the people and doing it in a way that is both open, welcoming, engaging, and of course uplifting. So keep up the good work, Fugi. Keep up the good work, Shady.
Thank you.
Blessings on you guys. Enjoy.
Thank you, my brother. We appreciate it.
Welcome.
All right, thank you
Absolutely.
for the role that you play as well. All right.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. We can't do it without you. We can't do it without you, my brother.
Indeed.
Right.
We all got to do this thing together to make what we want to leave behind for our children much better than we met it.
Definitely, my brother. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
All right, then we have somebody on hold on the direct line. Good morning.
Morning again, Fugi. Morning.
Fugi. Yes, sir.
You come, you coming like Ben now,
Right
coming long distance and all this for me for hold.
No, you see, that's the thing, because it's either that or the car ring out.
No.
And you fight up to get back in.
Where's the collect call?
I know. I only joke.
Yeah. What's good?
Hey, again now, boy. If you're Shady, hey now. Anyway, it's what okay, so the public accounts hearing is not open to the public, right?
Mm-hmm. From what we know.
Now, the opposition was asking for this, as well as citizens been asking for this, which means that the opposition have an obligation, right, to come out after the hearing or the meeting and say what was revealed in the meeting. If they don't do that, it was a waste of time having this meeting.
Of course. But I was asking this morning, I was saying this morning, I am particularly concerned about the then what? Based on the findings. All that is after the deliberations and we find out whatever is found out. Then what? That is my concern.
Well, the then what? If the information in the meeting, what has been revealed, okay, because it's politics we're talking about here, politics. This is all political. But if the information that comes out benefits the opposition for what they're endeavoring to become government in the next election. It's for them to use the information to their advantage. How do you do that?
Okay.
How do you win? You win by trying to convince citizens of what was found, it was all kinds of sinister stuff. You see, politics are a thing. You gotta create a lot of doubt.
Correct.
Right? In yes, because that's just what it is. But you use things to your advantage.
Of course.
You understand? So if they want to hold on to the information, if there's nothing, come out and say there's nothing.
Right. Fair enough.
But if you find things, right? If you do find things,
and so far we found, and so far a lot of things were revealed already.
There you go. But you hear what it's called? Public account. The public needs to know.
Of course.
They need to know what's going on. That is how you make your decision. It's based on how government do things. That thing should be running steadily all the time.
Yep. All right.
You know?
Okay.
But you know, I listening. Never know. I might call back again. Let me hear what the talk going.
Okay, everybody. All right. Somebody else trying to get in there quickly before we take the break. Morning. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Come on, something wrong. You don't usually miss two on the street. All right. Let me get a chance to. It's going inside 8:30, so you might have to wait until 8:45-ish. All right. So, Mr. Weeks, if you're there, let's Shady.
With the most loved man on radio, Sir Lancelot is in the building.
It's that time of the morning on a Thursday morning when we present to you the most loved man on radio. Mr. Weeks, are you there with us?
Yes, Fugi. Good morning.
Morning. Welcome.
Thank you. Shady, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Weeks.
Morning, sir. Listeners, greetings. This morning I want to single out a couple, maybe three, or maybe just a couple of listeners. By the name Ryan. Good morning. Truth Seeker. Special good morning to you. Fugi.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what's going on with you and Mr. Marshall.
With me and Mr. Marshall. No hanky-panky, I could tell you that much.
Sorry?
I said no hanky-panky, I could tell you that much.
I didn't expect that of you.
All right, talk to me.
I am prepared to say publicly that I don't support any happy man.
You don't support what? You don't support what?
Any happy man.
Any happy man. What's
in
wrong
our
with,
foxhole.
what's wrong with being happy? I am happy.
Yes. But be careful what you ask.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I have lived a life of this discrimination for one thing or the other. And I believe this is one of the things that up to today, I face discrimination. I have dislike for certain activities, and sometimes I don't even have to say it. But certain persons pick it up and they use it against me. Sometimes very silently, you would see them attack me for what on the surface may be other reasons, but at the heart of it, since I was in secondary school, I think I was discriminated for that. But that's just by the way. So there are a number of topics I wanted to, not wanted, I would like to speak about this morning, but as you know, we have to respect the scarce resource of time that we have. But before I want to briefly pay tribute to my colleagues in the public service and to one who has departed, left us recently, that's Richard.
Oh, yes.
A friend, a colleague. And in situations like this, I say that is so final. It brings on everlasting silence, and I will miss hearing from Desiree. Desiree and I have been friends for maybe over 25 years now. I heard a recording from her on another station this morning, and I know the world, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, is a poor place given the departure of Desiree. I want to extend condolences to his widower, Mr. Richards, his son, and all friends, relatives of Desiree. Maybe another time I will get an opportunity to speak a bit more about Desiree. On the issue, in terms of the civil service, those who are currently serving, Mr. Edmund Jackson, the head of the Ministry of Finance. This year is his 40th year in the public service. Man who has given tremendous service to this country, 40 years. That's, I believe, more than 2/3, or just about 2/3 of his life. He has given in terms of service to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Starting at the entry level, a clerk, and rising to the top of the Ministry of Finance. I believe that's the only place he worked in the public service, subject to correction, but may well be, because that's the only place I remember him. And during that 40 years, Mr. Jackson has educated himself up to the graduate level. He has gained significant experience in public administration, public finance, management. I want to congratulate him for being there so far and for the remainder of his service. And after that, I want to wish him well. Congratulations, Edmund. And those who are supporting him currently, those who went before, and readily Mr. Morris Edwards comes to mind, who went before. There are others who went before Mr. Jackson. I think he's standing on their shoulders now, and there are those who are there supporting him, like Mr. Morris and others, Desiree and so forth. I think there are 2 Desirees there. I want to thank them. In terms of education, briefly, Fugi, I just want to put down 2 pieces of factual information. At some point I will come back to talk about them in more detail. On Tuesday of this week, over 900 persons graduate with tertiary education experience. Over 900 persons from one institution in St. Vincent and the Grenadines graduated with, after engaging for various periods of time with our tertiary education system, that's just under 1% of our population, just about 1% of our population. I think that is tremendous. And you can add to that an additional 0.1% who are currently studying in Taiwan. You could have another 1.5% who are going into secondary education in a couple of months' time. That's 1,600 of them. That's within a 1.5%. And I can say, my opinion, that after a revolution in 2005, the system continues to evolve, and I believe it is going to serve St. Vincent and the Grenadines well in the future. And we can see the evolving nature of our education system in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For example, what started as a sixth form college is now evolved into a college offering postgraduate degrees. I'm talking up to the master's level. A college is now offering our citizens the opportunity to attain postgraduate degrees. And then the diversity. I mean, there are those who argue that it is not as diverse as it should be. But as I said, it's evolving. Diversity of areas in which they are offering training and education. St. Vincent Community College. Again, I want to applaud the leadership. I heard part of the presentation by Dr. Thomas at the ceremony. And I think we are well on the road. I want to congratulate Dr. Thomas and to wish her staff, her students, all the best. Fugi,
yes, sir.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines have scored another victory in governance, in public administration, in the democratic processes. In 2000, the people of St. Vincent rose up and exercised their rights, their privileges, and prevented the then government from passing into a law that I believe at the time the majority of intentions felt that was not right. And we prevented them from passing that law. It was virtually a revolution. 25 years later, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines have pressured the Parliament to convene a public accounts committee meeting. This is tremendous. This is what is happening today is not a result of any politician in government or in opposition on their own taking a decision. This is a decision taken due to the tremendous pressure that was brought on the politicians And it was made worse with a soon-to-be general elections to be held in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I am of the opinion that the upcoming general elections played a significant role in the opposition leader calling a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. I am of the view that this is electioneering, is an opportunity for him to say, well, you see, I'm not doing my work. I will start to do it from today. That's my opinion. So, the Public Accounts Committee is not, I emphasize, it's not a political exercise. It's not a political meeting. It is true that politicians make up the Public Accounts Committee, both sides of the House. Majority of the members would be from the government side, but importantly, the leader of the opposition chairs is head of the committee by tradition. Constitution, I know appointed him the leader, but in this case, he, by tradition, will, I hope, lead the committee. The people who will appear before the Public Accounts Committee are not politicians. They are civil servants. And as I said before, as I said previously, what I read and heard in the news is that the persons who were called, the civil servants who were called to today's meeting are persons involved in the financial administration of this country. And I am happy for that, because it is the beginning of learning, I hope, for several politicians in this country. As I've indicated a while ago, persons like Edmund Jackson, I don't think his post was mentioned as apparent today. But the three persons who were called were his staff, very senior members of his staff. Well, sorry, except for one. Director of Auditors. Audit Department is an autonomous body, but part of the financial administration of the country. And as I said, a lot of the wrong ideas that politicians have with respect to public administration, this group of people are going to correct them. I would be very disappointed if the hearing is not public, because I believe the education that will take place is not just for the politicians who are present there, but for many of us.
I agree.
I hope, will hear how government works, how financial administration in this country take place. These are some of the things that will come out, and it will hopefully change some of the perceptions we have of government. I insist politicians do not spend government money. They influence it. They may attempt and to give the impression that they are spending it, but they set policies as to how it should be spent. Importantly, the rules and regulations that guide how it is spent And in every case, it is civil servants, public servants that are going to be held accountable for any issues relating to the spending of government money. If politicians spend government money, I believe it is because they have contravened the law. And you ask Fugi, what next after the hearing? Well, there's not. What the committee has to do is to report to the Parliament. That's their job. You have the hearing, and you table a report to the Parliament. But that's not the end of it. And one of the reasons why I would like to see it public is because there are certain institutions of government that must pay attention to what is taking place in the Public Accounts Committee, because it is their responsibility to act if it becomes necessary during or after the Public Accounts Committee. I'm talking about institutions like the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Office of the Commissioner of Police, and several others. If there are any issues of crime that comes out, any issue of crime that comes out during the hearing, it is the responsibility of the police to investigate, and the responsibility of the DPP to take prosecutorial action, to institute prosecution if the evidence is unearthed that there were corruption or there were any criminal actions. Some of the things that I heard you speak about are simply administrative issues that maybe the CPU, I'm talking about issues in the report of the Director of Audit. Some of them are simply issues that the head of department, the permanent secretary, should have taken action on, and the service commission, public service commission, should have an interest in and should take corrective actions as well. Okay. Before I go, I want to say a word to Truth Seeker. It is okay, Truth Seeker, for you to correct. I don't know that it is necessary for you to make an excuse to apologize when you are making corrections. When you speak here, you provide good understanding, you provide good education for the public, given your Vincentian experience, given your international experience, having lived abroad for how many years, given your peculiar circumstances, like me, living with a disability. So when you correct anybody, you don't have to apologize, Truth Seeker, because you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And I suspect why you're correcting.
Okay, Brother Weeks.
Let's
wrap it up. Right. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, Fugi. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Have a good weekend, man.
All right, thank you for joining us as well.
Wanna have her some way. She like it like that. When she dip and come up and push back, yeah. I like it like that. When I run my fingers right through her hair. She like it like that. And when she understand my love language, I like it like that. She want to lock me down, inna the weather now. Because you're in a come, say she want the love, baby. Well, ain't no backing down, we doing damn now. Can you manage it, baby? Inna your middle, girl, whole night. Cause your body feels so tight. That's why I want this whole life. When I twist and turn, I have her some way. She like it like that. When she dip and come up and push back, yeah. She like it like that. When I run my fingers right through her hair. She like it like that. And when she understand my love language, she like it like that.
That thing overseas, she tell me she love me so bad. She tell me she love my voice and how I just sing time she on. She say why you leaving and when you plan on coming back. Are you gonna leave without giving me some of that? Glad to see me. She didn't want to give me. She want me down deep in it. She want me come sleep it. Glad to see me, yeah. All night she want give me it. She said, baby, please don't stay. So long she been so long she been waiting for it. So long she been waiting for it. So long she been waiting for it. She said, baby, please don't stay. So long she been waiting. She love when I drive it. She love when I drive it deep, deep. Yeah. She like it in private. She ride it until she end up in a deep sleep. Imagine, I buy a brand new car. The girl want me take she far. Want to ride when I far on, yeah. She think she's a superstar, you know? She tell me she just accustomed to she man dragging she all over town. So she want a good ride now. She tell me take my time and come. Soon as I reach all night is vroom vroom, vroom vroom. She love how I driving it all night is vroom vroom, vroom vroom. She tell me keep driving it all night is vroom vroom, vroom vroom. She love how I driving it all night is vroom vroom, vroom vroom.
When I'm feeling under the weather, you just make me feel sweet. Ice the cocoa tea, use the sugar, and together we are complete, darling. Heat me up, only you alone can put fire back in. So heat me up, and they telling me I shouldn't be that fire alone. Well, the more they tell me, the more I hold it close. I could never let you go. Miss how she lay. Girl, I'm coming home, I wanna see you again. All day through the night, I'm dreaming. Yeah. Miss how she lay. When you turn it up, make it smooth, my darling. When outside is pouring rain, put that butt on the fire. Bubbling, you're bubbling, you're bubbling, it's over. Raise the temperature higher.
Hey, remember, Kess will be live in SBG. Kess the band. Rise, Soca, get yourselves ready. Tickets, online tickets are already active. Physical tickets are out and they are moving. Wednesday, July 9th, inside Victoria Park. Don't miss out on it. Keep it locked inside to Boom 1069 and ensure that you're inside. Alright, oh my God, listen. I had to do some stretches. Somebody now coming on and saying Grand Rising. Dian, oh my God, Dian just waking up. Dian, morning. Morning, Dian. Now, George is saying, right? He's at a graduation at Faith Temple at the moment, and he's loving the short skirts that he's seeing in. George! Oh my God! Now, okay, boy, is it me alone, or did you get the impression that Mr. Weeks' conclusion is that had it not been for elections, the opposition would not have been calling the meeting for the Public Accounts Committee? I don't know. I don't know why I arrived at that. Let me know how you feel. Because it's just weird. It's just weird, the response that finally we're having the Public Accounts Committee meeting and you're getting a whole lot of dung vibes. They feel like dung spirited and you're not getting the momentum that was there when all the calls were being made. Why? Max, my buddy, morning.
Morning, man. I wanna big up the New Democratic Party for the key move Congress Committee in this election.
Wait. Your signal dropped out a bit.
You want me call direct? You want me call direct?
If you can. Okay.
Let me call back now.
Yeah. Let's just go to the top. Let's just go to the top. We go to the top and then you call in the meantime. Yeah, you're gone already. All right. Yeah. So let's go to the top.
The time is 9 a.m. This time check is brought to you by Simply Natural Coconut Oil. Proudly distributed by Facey Trading, SVG Limited.
Vinci, feel that power. The road is calling.
Wanna make some noise right now for my players?
We're talking Rise Soca. The energy that lifts you. The sound that moves the crowd.
Only you alone can put fire back in the soul.
This is Road Ready. Get every Fed update, every essential track, every vibe you need for the Bacchanal right here. Boomsy Mass is live. Get Road Ready with the undisputed source for the streets. Only on Boom 1069. Don't just hear the Fet, be the Fet. Boomsy Mass. 3 times the Bacchanal.
Here's you want me to get out right now.
Ticket then hop on a plane and I take off. Soon as I land down, me and this rum bound to face off. Call up me gal cause I'm ready to take all this weight off. If you're looking for me then just know I'm on vacation. Been walking for so long and now I think it's my time to play. So please don't judge me if you see me acting that type of way. I'm here to do the most and act the fool, so please bear with me. I'm here for one reason and one reason alone. I come to fet, and in the air we jump and make us sweat. When the music play, I'm going to fet, and in the air we jump and make us sweat. Let's make us sweat. I'm on vacation, yeah. Come to have a good time with my day ones, yeah. Drink a rum and start speak like a Bajan, yeah. I'm on vacation.
Hey, if you're on vacation, you came down for Vinci Mass. Welcome. Enjoy beautiful sunshine, the beaches, play a mass, drink some beers, beat a strong rum. Of course, you keep it locked inside to Boom 1069. You better. Max, link up, my brother. Link up. Don't stick with it. We're inside 9 o'clock. Time is going. So Diane, welcome. Diane is linking with us from Virginia Beach. Yeah, Virginia Beach International Carnival. Short must remember. Wrongs up and wrongs up the crew. We go in Virginia Beach for Carnival as soon as we get past Vinci Mass. I don't wrong sing up a team from Brooklyn. We driving over from Brooklyn and we making it's a road trip. We go in Virginia Beach for Carnival. Max! Link a posse, link a crew, Max. We go in Virginia Beach for Carnival.
Man, we didn't know that.
Come on, man. You don't know it already.
No, I want to big up the NDP. For convening the Public Accounts Committee meeting in this particular time, because remember we only have 9 days mine. If you mean call on before, we would have forget the injustices that gonna be revealed in another meeting here.
So you think the timing perfect?
Perfect.
Going into elections, you think as weeks? My conclusion is that Weeks is saying that, well, boy, had it not been for elections, we weren't getting any Public Account Committee meeting.
okay, I'm gonna go call out the hypocrisy of Mr. Weeks. Had it not to the election, they would not promise to put money into the Oria fisheries and the one down Lee one.
Mm-hmm.
How long that been they done? They put them.
But brethren, it ain't no facility down. I don't know which facility they're talking about in Chateau. It don't have any facility down inside there.
So if you go and call out that Mr. Weeks, call out the other one, that the level of hypocrisy. And that's why people don't scared to take people like Mr. Weeks are them serious. Because Rainforest came online and instead of set up Vincent and Fisher folk in Oria, who properly take advantage of the rainforest phenomenon. They leave it for run down. Now because it's an election here, all you are promise people.
But
we having a meeting. But them they giving us a promise. How much y'all think that promise they for Oria fishery is gonna be fulfilled?
But brethren, where the fish coming from? Because I mean I don't even understand. We talking about the species of fish that we have, the various species, they being depleted. All right.
Well, it been a deplete.
So it is being depleted. That's one. But then, while that is being depleted, rainforest is expanding. So how we doing that match there? How we doing that match?
Because before you fish them reach a show, you fish them a buy. Rainforest a buy, you fish them pan the water. So I mean, I keep of intention, people. Rainforest see one thing and one thing. Rainforest come fight to see money. Now when we talk about the Taiwanese trawlers, that's them say that out there, not out there. Me see them with me eye already. Me see them with my eye already. And one time me down Jackson Bay and me see one and me remember me a Mako man now.
So you know
and
for
pull up my binocular. And me pull up my binocular and me see on the side I say boom chang boom chang long long tang boom tang tang. Dana Vincent Chan dialect. Boy. And me see kind of flag a fly upon them too. But me go leave that for another day. But yeah, but for the public accounts committee, it's rather surprising that they're not going to allow the public to see and not allow the public. It's called public account committee. Better you change them to ULP hide up committee.
I will go find out, you know.
Anyway, big up yourself. I don't want to stop too long for anything because you tell Mr. Weeks wrap it up. Me have to wrap it up too. Mr. Weeks and I take my heart feeling because
you heard anything about the sanitation workers on strike? From since about 5 o'clock this morning.
Me hear something rightfully so because sanitation workers does one amazing job, but then a lot of times I talk about sanitation safety because I see some of them does pick up some kind of thing without proper PPE, protective equipment.
Well, that is one of the things that they protesting.
Well, guess what? Finally I protest because then cost me stinker. The same sanitation worker that cause me say all about it that run down saying me just a look out. Some of them a pick up dead dog without proper gloves on, brother.
My brother.
Some of them a sweep
finally they standing up.
Well, hopefully they stand up and they continue to stand up because all they need pepper respirators because sometimes some of them toxic things in them garbage there. If you inhale them next week, next month, next year, hey, wait, Max get cancer.
But
Max a Rasta and Max don't eat meat.
But you know something, Max? I don't know if you're paying attention to it, but you know remember yesterday now the news broke with the workers out at the hospital facility. Now they're standing up. Finally, I like it. Vincent Chans are beginning to stand up. Oh my God.
Brother.
Hey, what a realization.
Fugitive, you alone can't do them. Kensu King alone can't do them. Council alone. All the way, this is our thing. When we drop the news day about out of the hospital, people cuss me, say me okay.
And that's over 6 weeks or so.
And the Chi Musketeers who Vinci issues cheerleader them in a red pom and the mini skirt coming on me inbox.
Yeah, look how long you broke that story, you shared that information there. And now finally I guess maybe more and more persons are being affected by it now, so
brother, this is something we have to look into because sometimes some of those foreign workers allowance is more than
but that's what they're saying. They're saying the Taiwanese, the allowance that they get is even more than the pay.
Than the salaries.
Than the salary that is being collected by the locals.
But remember when Pirates of the Caribbean come St. Vincent to film that amazing movie, then we want to pay people them US.
Yeah.
And somebody tell them, no, pay them easy because I want them make more than the public servant. I tell a marketing company come to St. Vincent and want to pay people them more than I pay them. Them tell them, no, don't pay them because I want them make more than the public servant.
Boy,
a supermarket come and they may not go pay them as much and they may not pay people them a Lucia, the counterparts in St. Lucia, and somebody tell them, no, don't pay them that too much, that will be more than the public servants.
But I even heard that one of the workers from where's the call center, I ain't gonna call the name, the call center down the road there, right? Mm-hmm. That when they started working, when they had the meeting, the one of the companies, right, that they held the meeting with, let's say that $300 was quoted. Mm-hmm. The foreign company quoted $300 as in US to be the payment.
US.
But here now they corrected them and tell them no, it would be and the company, the foreign company was okay paying the amount in US. And they say no, the EC is fine, we'll pay them in EC. And they continue to do that to us over and over and over.
Over and over because then I want it go offset the economy. Are you seeing me? Because you want to keep people like big up my friend Franklin Silva. He be saying on the radio station, Vincent shall be foot out with it. Ooh ah. And me not vex with them. Because it's factsy attack.
Alright.
Anyway, big up
yourself. Alright, everybody. Bless up. I don't know how many of you are paying attention to it, but Vincentians are standing up. Oh my God, who would have thought? Danny McCloughan voice. Who would have thought that a day like this would come? Vincentians are standing up. Yesterday, we heard that workers out there were disgruntled with the pay. They're not satisfied. Foreigners, their allowances are more than the salaries for the locals. And they say, no, we're not having any of that. We're standing up against this. And that they did. Brighton, that was yesterday. Brighton early this morning, sanitation workers say, no, we're not going to work with these kind of tools. We need proper tools. We need proper safety equipment. Or else we're not icing no stroke. Good morning. Say that again?
Fools multiply when wise men stay quiet.
Jeez. Fools
Remember
multiply.
That, right? Remember?
Yeah, of course, just last week. It's last week or early up this week?
Yes. Last week. That is Nelson Mandela said that.
Fools multiply
when wise men stay quiet.
Hey. Boy, we had to commend ourselves for continuing the fight. I think more and more people are being encouraged.
I keep telling people that for years, guys, you hold the power. Don't make people railroad you. It's you. Stop aligning yourself with party and party. Look at the bigger picture.
If you want better, do better.
Look at the bigger picture.
Of course.
Exactly. Yes, all right, my friend.
All right then. Okay then, my buddy. Probably we got room for one more. Let's take this one more and I share. I missed that one. No problem. We still got room. I don't like it when I miss two on a straight. That's 3. The lines are jammed up. Somebody jamming up my line. What's wrong with you? Good morning.
My brother.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
So, a few things.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to listen on and off as the signal kept on dropping on the booth.
Yeah.
Right? And I have to say, I agree with Mr. Weeks in the last sort of things that he said.
You have to do what?
I said I agree with Mr. Weeks in the last set of sentiments that he shared.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the Public Accounts Committee, for me, it should be made public. It should have been made public.
I agree with that.
Right?
Yeah.
And since you want so much transparency and you've been calling for this forever so long, why now, when you have the opportunity to show the country just how transparent you are, you want to hide it up? No. The thing is that I disagree. Well, let me not say disagree. Mr. Weeks tried to paint this as something bad that, oh, in an election year, the opposition is electioneering. I am saying damn good strategy.
Of course it is.
Damn good strategy. Because now I am going to get evidence to back up my claim for all the years, that I've been saying to you. The people them corrupt. There's corruption.
Okay.
So now when I bring that evidence to you, I want you to show me that, okay, I am lying. Because when I bring the evidence, now I'm going to back up everything that I've been saying that you were saying wasn't true.
They say the proof is in the pudding.
And so now I am bringing something to the people to say, listen, these people have been so nasty and corrupt, you really need to move them. So don't take my word for it. Here's the evidence, their very own evidence. You see? And over time, there you go. Over time, they have brought so much evidence against themselves, but here is even more. Yeah, this morning.
Oh, right.
Yeah, man. The thing is that we have heard of so many instances. As a matter of fact, it's started in Channel 1 and those places where when investors have the money here, say to the government, you have to raise your own standards for your own people. That's all it is,
Yep.
That's all it is. And
call on the WhatsApp. Hold on. Call on the WhatsApp. Just hold the line for me, please, and thanks. All right, go ahead.
If this Fugi doesn't show Vincent again, we heard it at Channel 1. We heard it when they were filming Pirates of the Caribbean here. We heard it. We see it with going on at the hospital there. We've heard it when it comes to places like Rainforest. We've heard it when it comes to the call center. We keep hearing these things. This can't be a lie. It can't be a lie. So if this doesn't show you that your government, one, can do better when it comes to the monies that you can be paid, it shows that the government can do better. And two, it also shows that your government cares nothing about you.
Of course.
And you're building up wealth and creating a better standard of living for you.
But if it makes you you have to sit down and wonder.
No, you don't have to wonder. The issue is they don't want you to build wealth to become to
well,
they don't want to control.
At least that's how we would conclude it. But I mean, why would they prevent if foreigners want to come in and go and say, oh no, that 300 there would be 300 EC? Why?
There you go.
Everybody want to eat the food.
But there you go. By that the persons they bring in from outside have a different contract to those here.
Well, there we go.
So you're paying them differently for the same work because you contract them differently. So Vincentians in their own land. Again, I have one question. What is citizenship worth? Have a good man.
All right then, my buddy. All right then, let's go straight to the WhatsApp line. My brother, sorry I kept you waiting all morning.
No, that's quite all right.
Right.
Fugi. I call back specifically to respond to that discussion that you started. The meeting of the public accounts meeting. Oh yeah, I think I lost you guys. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
you guys are hearing me, right?
Well, I am hearing you, but I'm seeing some information coming in that we're the signal seems to be fluctuating. I'm not sure why.
Yes, I noticed that. While I was waiting, while Kenson was on.
You're right. Yeah. During that time.
Let me just this Public Accounts Committee meeting that is scheduled for today started was based on a discussion in Parliament recently where certain representations were made by the government side in terms of having no objection to the meeting of the public accounts, and the speaker also reinforced that the rules as they stand now allows for a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee. Also, let us not forget that the 2021 and 2022 auditor's report, the 2022 report, which this meeting is going to be based on, was not so long ago released. And based on the Constitution, and I think Dr. Friday argued that to his credit in Parliament, that the Constitution requires an auditor's report to be laid in Parliament, and that would then trigger a meeting of the Public Accounts Committee, right? But even if Fugi, and I completely agree with what Kenson said, sometimes great minds think alike, because I was thinking the same thing. Even if it was a deliberate effort on the part of the opposition to hold it in what is an election year, it is good political strategy.
Of course it is.
It is good political strategy. Perfect timing, and let us not forget. This might just be the
push that someone needs to make up their mind as to how they're going to vote.
And Fuji, some of the snapshots that we have had coming out of the the 2022 auditor's report.
2021, most of what we shared.
Flattering to the government.
All right, everybody. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Yeah, but, I'm seeing it myself.
Let me just wrap up by saying, based on coming out of the 2022 report, this over the government, the country. So again, good political strategy on the part of the opposition, New Democratic Party. Thank you, Fuji.
Good. All right then. It's a pleasure, my brother. All right.
It all started with a penny. For over 85
1069, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no one that back calling me splurge. Watch me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling now. Bend that over. Let that breathe. Shake that.
Boom 1069.
Hands on your knees.
Unleash the sound revolution now on Boom 1069.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
For 40 years, we've refined the rhythm of beer, mastering the balance of bold and smooth, crafting flavors that echo through SVG. Between the limes and the laughter, we've carried our expertise across the Caribbean, one brew at a time, perfecting the process, deepening the craft. learning what makes beer not just tasted, but felt. And now, with all that we've learned, we bring you what's next. The next wave of refreshment, the next chapter in our story, the next taste to define a generation, not just another drink. This is the extension of who we are, the next experience, the next icon, imagined and brewed right here at home. It's not just what's next for us, it's what's next for you. It's what's beyond expectations. Own it, define it, make your mark. Hyrule next. This is the extension of passion, of possibility. Hyrule next. The future of beer. Made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines by the hands that have mastered the craft for 40 years.
This isn't just a run. With each step begins a new journey. A journey of determination, persistence, and self-discovery. With each step, I embark on a quest to push myself beyond expectations, beyond standards. Each stretch, a reminder of the flexibility of the human spirit. With each step, I am breaking barriers. As I push to the finish, I'm filled with pride. Not just for what I've achieved today, but for the journey that has brought me here. This isn't just a run. It's a testament to the human spirit, and I am here for it. Island Sips, beyond standards, beyond expectations, beyond water.
All started with a penny. For over 85 years, we have invested in our farmers, fishermen, people, and our country. When we were called to serve, we were here. We understand what is valuable to our people and our country. That is why we support all industries, including tourism. We are the bridge towards a brighter future and economic growth. When our people, government, and businesses called upon us, we were here. "85 years later, First National Bank St. Lucia Limited is here for you.
You're watching IKTV, Channel 112. It's all about you.
Boom 1069, the sound setter of radio.
Ain't got no one that back calling me splurge. Ride me jump right off the curb.
New year, different lane.
We gon' spin and kill everybody. And we telling now. Been that over. Let that
9FM is getting you road ready for the Rise Soca concert on July 9th. Stay tuned for the ultimate fan experience.
Mad Skull and Lexi.
What?
All you know let we go now.
As the sun rise, it's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
A blessing.
It's a blessing, yeah.
No, it's carnival, no more stress.
We don't wanna stress, we just wanna be free.
Peace from everywhere, glad to be here. They're ready for the last fun. Nothing compared, so give life a check.
Best man.
Now we jamming at the July sun, having a time of a life.
Yes, we having a time.
Everywhere's pandemonium, having a time of a life.
We doing the dirty dance.
We sick in our cranium, having a time of a life.
Yes, we having a time.
Everywhere's pandemonium, having a time.
Definitely having a time.
We sick in our cranium.
Definitely having a time. Now we have, it's 9:30, which means we have 15 minutes to party before Pastor comes in. But hear what? We got good news. We got good news. Great news. Exciting news. George, come over, George. George is in the building.
Good morning.
George. Now, we have to get him the buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Good morning. George is here. I was invited this morning to come and I'm here.
All right, George is here. George is here. George is in the building.
I can't call names. It's too much names to mention.
Too many names. But we're happy that you're here.
All of our fans from OMG, I'm here. I don't drink too strong, I'm already, so you know what's happening.
Hey, George is inside. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time, and my apologies. The internet is horrible right now. I'm not even sure why, but the calls dropping out. There's no hardly any connectivity. Even the live stream, the video is sticking and all. We'll try our best to have it rectified. Probably not before we end today, but we'll try our best to have it rectified soonest. All right, George, you have a lot of love coming inside there. In the meantime, somebody was calling on the direct line, so you could go ahead and call us back. All right, yeah, George.
Our Boom family, good morning, OMG. We are here. We live, direct, and we hey Maxie and Winston. Well, I can't call name.
Maxie, good
I
morning.
can't call name. It's too much name. And
good
Debbie, Lord, who much name? Angela, who much name again to call? Bye.
Tanya there. Tanya, listen, boy. George is a star, you know. Hey, let me say this one. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, welcome.
Let me say welcome, morning to your guest there too as well.
George, this is...
George, yes.
No, we old time partner, Frank, yes.
Yes, no, here's something, guys. I heard Jomo this morning, and I want to make a comment. He sort of laid it out, and then he said he was speculating as to whether the not for the Prime Minister, the vaccine mandates, the other fellows would have not gone along with it. Now, this is interesting because Jomo made the case that when the PM is speaking, he alone speaks. Now, a while back, the Prime Minister made reference, he called himself the world boss. Guys, I had a couple of religious people calling me to tell the Prime Minister not to do it. So I got in touch with somebody very close to the Prime Minister who told me, well, it was just a passing joke. But then the billboard is all over the country, isn't it?
Right. So why they never called him directly and told him?
Well, the person who I called to tell him, you can't get closer than that.
No, I mean the church leaders.
Oh, the church leader. The church leaders. I don't know, because some of these people actually people who went. I don't know if they did and he didn't listen to them or what, because I know some of these people are people who actually went to pray with him already.
Okay.
But they then resorted to me to see if I could get him to drop it. We see billboards all over the country. Now, if you're familiar with the mafia, the boss is the boss. And I think that is why the religious people didn't want him to use the term, because it has a sort of connotation to it, doesn't it?
It does, of course it does.
You see? So I didn't know why Jomo set out the case, and then he said, qualified what he was saying by saying it was merely his opinion. By the way, now if the Prime Minister is absent for a few days, and me, Frank Silva, want to speculate, well, why? Why is that a national issue to talk about his health? I don't think people ought to go there. Leave that alone. Don't go and speculate about his health, and not because he's missing from a few things. Come on, don't do that, folks. Now, and to the National Accounts Committee, this is the last one, because I know George wants to get his thing in there. I have a tape with a fellow saying, no, in order for the thing to function, you must have a quorum. Now, I have a tape with a fellow saying immediately that he will never attend. But the NDP sort of used that to never call one. And I'm saying, I hear people this morning congratulating the NDP. Listen, it's people like you and people on this radio station, and I must even say Mr. Weeks, because you're pushing it. Not because call for it anyway and then go on the air and say you're calling for it and da. That is the pressure. And what has happened now, it is the NDP actually bowing to the pressure of the voices of the people.
People power.
People power. Right. Good day, my friend.
Okay then, my buddy. Thank you for calling. We have one holding on the WhatsApp. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning, my brother. Sorry I kept you waiting so long, but you know how it is.
Yourself, and how it is.
All right.
I heard a certain gentleman on this radio station hammering away at the opposition leader. He's lazy, he's incompetent, and he needs to call a meeting of the accounts committee. Hammering, literally hammering
over and over.
Over and over. Now the meeting is called. A certain gentleman, I heard the same gentleman saying last week or week before, that they finally called the meeting 5 months away from an elections. Now, you call Wolf. Wolf come.
There is it.
The other thing is this. The government over the years has been preaching good governance. So what are they worrying about?
What is the exact?
If you have been having good governance over the years,
if you've been doing things by the books,
the accounts committee meeting is only as a walk in the park for you. You don't have to worry yourself with that.
But I mean, we see different, right?
Public accounts committee. If you are saying that you are going good over the years, contrary to what the accountant general said, the auditor general said, why worry?
It's your opportunity now to prove the accountant general wrong.
Exactly. Not the accountant general, the auditor general.
The auditor general.
The director
of audit, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's your opportunity now to prove them wrong with what they were saying. So the meeting is for you to show your hand, yes, I'm clean, and then for the opposition to question you, how you are clean and this is so. It's evenly balanced if you ask me, based on the government argument.
That is
and it. How public is the public accounts committee meeting if the public doesn't have access to it? How public is it? How public is it? It's a public meeting, but it is held in private.
The public accounts meeting is held in private.
In private. So how is the public accounts?
Hey. All right, then, my buddy.
Everything doesn't make you out.
Take it easy. All right, we have a few minutes. Anybody still want to get inside? Let me see. It's obviously putting a strain on the influx of visitors into the country is obviously putting a strain on the broadband system. That may be one issue. Fair enough. I can see that. I can see that happening. Thank you for sharing. There is so many that came in. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, fugitive.
Morning. What's up?
Great job, my brother. Great job.
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah, I love the job you're doing, man.
Thank you.
You better have Mr. Bing don't come back, man, and leave you there.
Leave Bing out of this. Leave Bing out of this. All right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, what I'm calling about, right, is about Sian.
I'm to Sian now.
Last year, December was in St. Vincent. And I was visiting Shady a lot. And when you look at Shady as a town, we see and from, and we have representative from is Carlos James. Shady is like a ghost town. And when you get from Mission Corner to go to Fitzhugh, is it one of the worst road in St. Vincent?
Horrible.
When you look at the fish market,
all right, but
and
you see
a vegetable market.
You see anything?
It's the worst thing.
Oh my God! What is that?
Run down in St. Vincent.
What is that?
I cannot see how these guys could come on radio and say they're talking about opposition in the condition of where they have. I don't even think Sian must just go Shady. These are things where these guys supposed to be looking at.
My brother,
Shady is like a ghost town. I can't even call it a town.
I was shocked when
and
they
the
said
road
that
is so bad going up to Richmond.
But
you know, Fitzhugh road is so bad, and they can't see that. These are the things they're supposed to be talking about.
I hear you.
Make sure Carlos never do nothing on that leeward. All they do fix the bridge, because the bridge they have to fix going up to Sharps Gate.
I hear you, my buddy.
There's a bridge in Spring Village. Damage. Breakdown from since 2013 hurricane up to now. Can't fix the bridge.
2013.
And Springfield get from the bearing ground. I don't know what these guys talking about. I don't. So much for your time.
All right then, good. Thank you for calling. I mean, if Dr. Shallow ain't go and do what is supposed to be done to get the nod from the people, then it's just a losing battle if you ask me. Oh geez, I think I ended up on the direct line. My apologies. If you do so now, we'll give you a minute. If you want to call, we give you a minute. We have like about 3 minutes before Pastor comes in. Alright? If you want to do so, you have to do it now. We'll give you 1 minute. If not, we're just going to go play a track and we'll await the arrival of Pastor Richards. Alright? Okay. 1 minute. 1 minute. Good morning.
Morning, Fugi.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Person need to get the Constitution of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, look for the Public Accounts Committee, and read up what it's supposed to do.
All right.
One.
Okay.
The other point, I'm going to be that. A minute. The other point is, things that are being done in constituencies, the cabinet is determining a number of things and how to. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because you sometimes because it's a collective.
So then the representative should be the one coming out and say, well, it's not their responsibility. Blame cabinet.
No, he should get the people who vote for him and bring them down when they have the meetings and say we ain't getting things done. That is what I would have done.
So what about the representative who is in power, who's still not getting things done?
None of them ain't in power. They're in authority to a certain level. That's where the problem comes.
You know exactly what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Fugi, I walked on the 3 different governments in St. Vincent, and I've seen it all.
Okay.
That is it. The cabinet determines what happens where, when, and how.
But when things are not getting done,
in the constituency that's represented.
Where the representative is also part of the cabinet. What happens?
Fugi, you now listen to me. Get the people who vote for you and say, hey, we're not getting this. I want all to come, whether demonstrate, petition, what? The people who vote for you in the constituency.
So the representative who is in power is going to get his supporters to petition the government.
Yes, if they have any skin.
You know that ain't going to happen. You know that ain't going to happen.
It's not a matter ain't going to happen. You have to try certain things. So don't blame the representative. The representative can't determine whether I get a road here, I get a road here, I get a drain, or I get a XYZ. They cannot. It is the cabinet.
I know differently.
You know differently. Yes. I work for three different governments in this country, and I know that for a fact. So I don't know what you do differently. That is what's supposed to happen. Okay. But let the people read the Public Accounts Committee thing in the Constitution. It's not an expensive document. You put to the print and get it, and they will know the role of it.
Okay then.
You have a nice day.
All right then. Bless up. Pastor Richards is backstage, is he? Shady? Okay, so Pastor's not in as yet. I don't think I'm gonna take any more calls at this time, so you might want to probably line up a song instead of taking a call and then we have to cut. All right, so we line up a song and we await the arrival of Pastor Richards as we get ready to look at things with a wider lens, not from a myopic point of view like me. Hey, let's go. All right, let's do this.
There's only one way to do it. Yeah. Last night wasn't your last night, but today could be your last day. So let me celebrate today. Yeah. Tomorrow we don't know, so live this day.
Okay, Pastor is backstage. Let's go right ahead and punch this in. Push that there.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
Pastor, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, sir. And good morning to all of your listeners.
Welcome.
It's a little bit frustrating this morning.
Why
because of the I guess I'm not getting to hear everything is cutting in and out, so I don't know.
Yeah, the internet.
Yeah,
That's been horrible most of the morning.
Others listening to me might get frustrated
Yes,
too. I will try not to make it long for that reason. I want to zero in on the education revolution. Because I hear, well, right now we're in graduation season. So this week we started out applauding those who did well on the CPEA. Pull on the background music a little bit, please. And the next thing we're going to be looking forward to is a whole slew of slate of graduations, and so people are leaving secondary school, and many of them are going to go on to the community college. I think I heard Sian talking about what's being done in education by the government, and I think Mr. Weeks also may have mentioned. I could be wrong. Then I heard people. Time to time, I hear people making comments, venturing opinions about the education revolution, whatever that means. I think we talk about things that we don't define well enough what our understanding of it is. What is the revolution, education revolution? And seriously, just the average guy who wants to tell me and tell me that it's working or tell me that it is not working. So whether you're applauding it or you're like, it ain't working, tell me what is the revolution? Crystallize it for me. I think people talk about it. This is my thinking. I could be wrong, but I think people talk about it without understanding what it is and what it means. And because I think they don't have a grasp of what the objectives, for example, the simple objectives, what the objectives are, how does the revolution appear? How does it look? And if you don't know what it is, you won't know how to measure it, For example, is the revolution all about academics? Is it all about getting people to have more passes? Is that the sum total of what the education revolution is? So when you measure it in terms of that. How is there something in that objective that speaks to tech VOC and students getting education in that area, improving the offerings in the technical areas? So is that being done? Yeah. What other metrics can you use? Universal access, or increasing access, or even mandating that having the laws and stuff in place to be sure that this is a mandatory thing, that your child must be sent to a place of education. And is that being done? How about resources? How about what part does, I'm just asking some questions to see if we know what part is being played by the early childhood education. We're talking about pre-K, pre-kindergarten, and what is being done there. Has there been any success there at all? There was a time when preschool was basically, you had a child, you wanted to send that child to preschool. It was all basically, most of the offerings were in and around Kingston. So maybe an object of the education revolution was to broaden that. And how is that going? I mean, what's the facility and access to preschools across, which is a fundamental, not just here in St. not across the world. I think in America, where you have Head Start, basically the same thing, Head Start. So the benefits of the early childhood education, pre-K, have been just absolutely phenomenal in setting a good educational platform. So when we talk about the education revolution being a success, are we saying that there has been some transformation in the offering for early childhood education, not just centralized in Kingston, but spread across this nation? Has there been any success there? Check it out and see what has been done. Just check it out. Don't just answer quick. Check it out and see what's happening there. And in as much as nutrition affects education, and is there a component, seriously, is there a component within the education revolution to examine this balance between provision of adequate meals, making sure that children are fed adequately when they're in classroom or when they're in the educational space? And how has that been addressed? You can't measure the education revolution by CXC passes or by CPEA, That's a very limited measure. You have to look at all of these things. So just ask yourself, what's being done with the school feeding program? Has anything been done? Is it helping? And the answer is either yes or no, but include that, please, in your analysis. And like I said at the start, the education revolution speaks to not just the academics, and I also included tech up there, but what other aspects that you measure, metrics to measure that the awareness of environmental awareness, wasn't that one of the objectives, stated objectives? Where are we on that? How aware are we of the environment and the care for the environment, what I call environmental stewardship? Because you could get the wall of subjects, but if you don't know how to dispose of garbage, you know, how concerned are people about soil erosion, preventing erosion, and all of that? How are we more environmentally aware? Development of interpersonal skill, I think that was a key aspect, so that your education can get past the degree attainment or other achievements, subject awards, and all of that. No point in getting these if you can't relate to people, if you can't handle conversation, if you can't handle interpersonal disagreement, and all of that. So, interpersonal skills, if I recall, that was one of the benchmarks, metrics by which you can measure the thing. National heritage and awareness of national heritage. When you talk about the education revolution is a success, it's going places, or you talk about no, it's failing, you have to show me why. By what metrics? Measure it against what was intended. Measure it against the fact that it is not just what comes out of the classroom, but part and parcel of the thing was the upgrading of the resources, including the teaching stock, as to how qualified teachers are in the area in which they are offering instruction. That is part and parcel of the thing. So you got to ask yourself, are teachers more qualified at this juncture? Do we have more degreed teacher? And I have some issues with that. Do we have people who are more specifically and acutely trained in highly specialized areas, specific areas of their offering of instruction? And the ratio of degree teachers or trained teachers, and not just people coming out of A-level, but people who have attained a further tertiary certificate. What has happened to that ratio? Maybe if you examine what has happened to that ratio and talk to me about what has happened to that ratio, you can be in a better position to tell me if the thing is succeeding or if the thing is failing. So if the ratio is improving, I know, yeah, we're doing better. If the ratio is, we know we're doing worse. But tell me what's happening there. Give me the metrics. Give me the metrics in terms of educational space, physical. And by this, I'm referring to physical facilities, facilities to facilitate. You get it? Improvement in that. All right, and the incredible investment, not just millions, but hundreds of millions that needed to be invested in upgrading facilities and in offering additional facilities. That is part of the metric. If that is being done, then you acknowledge it is being done. If it is not being done, criticize it for not being done. But it has to be a metric. You have to say, and you have to include in your discussion what's been happening to physical facilities, and not just the facility itself, but the amenities within the facility, labs and equipment and all of that. Bring that as part of the discussion. Don't measure the education revolution by a single metric or by 2 or 3 metrics. Be more comprehensive. I can go on and on and on. I said I will be short. I don't mind listening to discussions on the education revolution is succeeding, or the education revolution is failing. I don't mind listening to the discussion. But give me the metrics by which you come to your conclusion so I could understand why you say what you say. You feel me? I had a lot more to say now, but I'm going to cut it short there. Know what the education revolution is, know what it purports to be, know what it's supposed to include, know what the benchmarks are, know what the demarcations for success are, know where you will delineate where success is happening, where success is not happening. Know these things. Wrap your mind, wrap your hand, wrap your thoughts around what is the revolution. And then when you know what the revolution is and what it is purported to as its objectives, then you can check off, yeah, these objectives are being met. Nah, these objectives are not being met. But don't come tell me it succeeded. I don't want to hear that. Or don't come tell me it's failing. I don't want to hear that. Measure the thing against what it's set out to do and have a reasoned discussion. Have a blessed weekend all, a safe one, particularly as we, as a nation, head towards Carnival. There are a lot of people coming in. It's always great to see people coming into this country and seeing what's happening. You know, it's good. It's really good, people coming in. Just be safe all. Watch your activities. I know there's a lot of fun and there are a lot of clean fun out there that you can do coming back to your country of birth and your homeland. Some of my relatives are coming back, and they're coming back, and I wish that they have really clean fun, happy times, and visit a place where you could have a lot of clean fun and happiness. I am not for the vulgarity. I'm not for the debauchery and that level of revelry. I'm not for that, but I'm for enjoying yourself, having clean fun. Be safe all, because I know they're going to notch it up a gear or two. So be safe, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Pastor. Have a great one yourself.
All right. Take care.
And that's where we will be wrapping it up for today. I can probably go ahead and say, as it relates to all the talk and the discussions and so on and so forth, that's where we're going to end it for this week. Tomorrow, you know, we turn it up a few notches and we bring the vibe, we bring the music. The telephone lines are still going for whatever reason. Tomorrow we will be joined by Stamina Smurf will be inside. You know Matt Skull coming tomorrow, right? Yeah. Matt Skull will be inside tomorrow. Blammer will be inside tomorrow. Make sure that you tune in. You need to be inside.
Marlo, say you want to pass through as well too.
Marlo.
Marlo.
He's in the land?
Yeah, Marlo.
Tell Marlo don't come with it too long empty as long you know that. Ground rules. Big up George. George had to run off. He just passed in because he was in the area. Big up George, but he will be here for the season. And George will be in Virginia Beach for Carnival. Yeah. So, I'm telling y'all, short muss. Wrongs up and wrongs up the crew. We're going in Virginia Beach. George already started himself out. George will be in Virginia Beach for Carnival. Nice. Max, link up my brother. We're going Virginia Beach as soon as we get past Vincy Mass. Remember that, mark it down. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow. Inside, we'll tell you more about Juve. We'll tell you more about Monday afternoon. We'll tell you more about Rise. We'll tell you more about I Love Rum and all them things. We got giveaways tomorrow. And don't forget, you get a chance to win a brand new smartphone compliments Digicel as well. But you'll find out more tomorrow. All you got to do, go ahead, and you top up and you activate a 5-day plan or more, and you're well on your way to winning the brand new phone. Now, just to let you know that we have also extended the Carnival series, the concert series in studio to next week, Friday. That will be Carnival Friday. So it's more Bacchanal, 3 times the Bacchanal. The concert series that is usually held at Pier 1, that will be brought to you live from in studios this afternoon going forward. Just to let you know. All right, keep it locked inside to Boom. Boy, this person relentless with it, boy. Good morning.
Yes, I am relentless. I hope, tomorrow I will call in to If what I'm allowed.
Tomorrow is bacchanal. Tomorrow is music. Tomorrow is soca. Tomorrow is artists.
Listen to me. The doc made a very interesting presentation this morning.
Yes, he did.
It ought to be developed, but I want to tell the doc, Dr. Richards.
Dr. Richards is your cousin?
Yes, sir.
You know Dr. Richards is my cousin as well?
I didn't know that.
How you know?
Yeah, well, listen, once you're a Richards, you came from Antigua, eh? Don't make anybody tell anything different.
I am.
All right, Vivian Richards?
Mm-hmm. That's family. Well, I always said it from day one, you know. Viv had to be family.
Yes, okay, and the same Uncle Metro there for the thing?
Right, of course.
A cousin of mine told me one time, just watch the gate, watch both of them walk.
Mm-hmm.
We are the same. We came from Antigua.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right, then. Have a good one. Take care.
You too. All right.
All right, bless up. Yeah. All right. That's the final one, though. That's it for today. Hey, take good care of yourselves. Have a beautiful day. Have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day today. All right, whatever it is you plan to do with the rest of your day, be safe, be responsible. Make sure that the Almighty is inside the mix to bless and to do good. The times are trying times, the times are crazy times, the grimy times. Be safe and be responsible and look out for those who are not looking out for you, especially when you're on the roads. All right, please and thanks. Shady and Fugitive, we're signing out until tomorrow morning when we turn up the bacchanal times 3. All right, Blocks Inside Boom OMG.
Right now I just want